Hail adventurers, 'tis I, Tila Tequila, Jihad Johnny, and now featuring Bonbons with Pwnstarr Gaming. Guys, as you can tell, I've got the pirate get up going today. I did a beginner's guide to boating, to the ships a couple weeks ago, and it was a pretty big success. The main piece of feedback I got is, well, cool, got my boat out on the water. Now, how do I kill people? How do I sink ships? How do I get that booty and them doubloons and them sweet muffins? Well, today's video, we're going to tell you all about that. However, the beer of the day today, guys, really cool story. It is by Founders. It's called Dirty Bastard. They are out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, by Mike Stevens and Dave Ingbers. They started back in 1997, and the first 13 years of them being, a brewery, they didn't do too hot. In fact, some of the times the brewery was running strictly off of the tips that they were making bartending in the tap room. So not really a successful start, but they kept grinding, they kept hustling. Finally, when death was at Founders' door, they said, you know what, we've been making this beer for the past 13 years that's the same as everyone else's, so we're gonna go ahead and make beer that we like. And that's where Old Dirty Bastard came from. Pretty excited about this one. It is a Scottish style ale, and when they made this one, and they also moved from it's called the Brasswords building across the street, and started making beers that they liked to drink, then things picked up for them. So let's give it a shot and see what turned the tide. Yeah, that's good. You know, that's a pretty cool story too. I like that a lot. Well, okay, guys, let's get started on this naval battle video, right? Heck yeah. Except this is Ultima Online. It's not quite like that, but here's how it really is. Let's check it out. Okay, here we are. We are on the boat right now. Let's see here. First off, if you didn't know, definitely set your hotkeys as far as the movements go. Personally, and probably the most common, is to set the movements on your numpad. I'm not going to tell you what buttons are what. I mean, if you look at the targeting mode, the movement stuff, it's pretty self-explanatory. And then also, you know how ultimate keys are. Everybody's got their own set that fits for their hand. So just make sure you set up hotkeys. It helps a lot. Next up is, I do have a hotkey for my spyglass, but I'm going to double click my spyglass and then target myself, and then see what is around us. Doesn't look like there's much around us. We're gonna keep on going. Let's search. All right, a Vile Crack, southwest. All right, let's get it. Vile is a poisoning guy. He's a real artard, but that's okay. So we pull up next to it. Okay, get everything out of the way. I'm gonna pull up one of these, have my pet attack it, and then I'm gonna use my greater ability on it. I personally like to leave it on hull as far as the targeting mode, and always target monsters, okay? If you are lucky and you've got some good greater abilities, this will work out great. If not, you may end up wanting to do like, target the crew and really get the crew down first. You can just say fire cannons and it will automatically use whichever side of cannons you have, and then it will bring up this little cursor guy. And again, I'm going to target the monster, but I'm going to have targeting mode on hold still, okay? Once my cannons turn blue right here, that is when I know that I can fire. Also, this tiller man, he says cannons ready. That's important as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my regular ability now. I'm gonna fire it straight on there, and as you can see, he is saying the cells are now damaged enough and their guns are now damaged enough. Each of my abilities give a damage increase to my cannon, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire one more time, even though I do have a chance to board. Bring up my send boarding party menu, and I do want everybody to go with me. Target the ship, and I failed. I have a 66.7 success chance. I'm going to go ahead and bring that option back up and get prepared. Fire another cannon round. As soon as this menu goes away, I'll know it's time. I can board again. Alright, it went away. I'm going to bring the menu back up, and I'm going to target the ship, and I'm over here. Alright, so now me, my crew, everyone's over here. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself and heal my pet just because he needs a little loving. Tell you what, guys, don't ever do this with an eye patch on. It's, it's a little different. I'm used to having two eyes. One thing to note, I'm over on the ship. Just for argument's sake, let's say I want to use the cannon damage still, and I fire cannons. You are no longer on board that ship, as you can see. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I'm killing all these guys, having my pets do their worst, having my crew do their worst. You also have the option to crew attack. You can focus fire on one monster. I personally like to do weakest monster to strongest monster. Now obviously I don't have an encyclopedia out here figuring out which is the weakest to the strongest. However, I just kind of use my best judgment. Okay. Alright, every monster is gone. You'll get a message from Utility Man that says the crew has been killed. Shall we board them and see what treasures we have? At that point, I'm going to embark my followers. That way my pets go back onto my boat, and I'm going to recall my crew members. Okay, if you remember from my previous videos, I said I always carry a skinning knife around with me. So I'm going to go ahead and skin the stuff around me. We are in the overland, so that means I have to do a captcha. Those are fun. I am on Steam, so it brings up a bunch of random stuff. I just get what I can, and then come back and look at the stuff. It looks like I grabbed that all out, so we're good. I'm gonna move down here. Opened up 3 corpses, 4 corpses. Nice. Skin everything. Grab what I can. Good stuff, good stuff. Ooh, got a poison core, heck yeah. Poisoning is excellent for boating. So if you are a poisoner, you will have an easy time. You just poison all the monsters, crew dies, and then you board on over. Good times. Alright, so here we go. Hatch time. Open the hatch. What did I get? I got 810. I got almost 2K. Got a magic spell book. Got some booty. Got some magic items, which turns into magic essence. Got a earth phylactery. Resource map, 150 black pearl. So I'm going to embark back, and at that point it's going to sit here and fire cannons and destroy the ship. Okay, one thing also that I did not mention is you can actually dodge cannon fire. It's very helpful, and I will show you how to do that in just a moment. Alright, so there's a ship right ahead of me. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there. I'm going to use my icebreaker ammunition. I'm going to fire that at him, and then I am going to turn and basically haul off and then come back. And I'll show you guys kind of the damage that it doesn't do to me. Okay, so I've got the hole targeted. Silly me, he's up here. There we go. Fire. Now I'm just kind of moving around from it. And as you can tell, they fired at me, but it really didn't do much. I'm also, there you go, firing again. You saw some of those hit the water. And that's one way of doing this. Okay, fire, Fire my cannons. And boom, you can tell I'm still doing damage to him, but I'm also able to avoid a lot of their damage. Okay, I can come back here, I can kind of rest and sit. I've got my regular ability. I'm going to go back in there and do once again. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to him. Here he is. It's like a drive-by, ghost fire. Boom. Okay, now here's the kicker. Check this out. Right there, I did my 2 abilities, and he is half-life. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and board all my stuff over here. And I failed. I had a 38% chance. That's okay. I'll just fire my cannons at their hull a little bit more and have my pets attack them. If I want to, I can bounce out, save some damage kind of deal. Remember, I get 1 free, it's like the way I like to call it, 1 free repair per battle. Roughly, there's a time limit, so you want to make sure you watch that. Okay, here we go. Let's try to board once more. Target ship, and boom, I am on their ship. There we go. And if you notice, my life isn't really too much different as far as my boat goes than what it was initially. Now, my personal life's a little low. This eye patch, I'm telling you guys, do not go out to sea with an eye patch, because holy moly, it's fun. You can't really see, you see 50%, right? Cool. Alright guys, let's do a quick recap. So basically, you saw me, I went in there and I had hull targeted. Okay, when I had first started out on this, before I had Icebreaker, before I had Ghostfire, I was targeting guns typically. And the reason I would target guns was because if I'm doing damage to their guns, they're doing less damage to me. However, with Icebreaker and Ghostfire, a lot of times I can just fire those 2 right off the bat, and at that point the sails and the guns are at 50% or below, and I'm able to board their ship, right? Once the sails or the guns are at 50%, then you're able to attempt to board their ship. Now, the percentage of chance on boarding the ship is going to be dependent on your crew, your bow, different abilities that you have put onto your ship is going to give it the pluses or minuses that you need to board the ship after it's already at 50% sail or gun damage. Right? So starting out, like I said, what I did is I targeted their guns versus now I target their hull. Also, a lot of people, they will target their crew, do lots of damage to their crew. That's real popular if you are a poison pirate. If you are a 120 poison, 120 taste ID, some sort of build, then the best thing is to poison the entire crew, and then they're going to die very quickly, especially if you've got a prowler like I do. Also, a lot of people will do like a tank build. They'll do the same thing I'm doing, where they will go in there, they'll fire their greater, they'll fire their regular, and then they'll instantly board. Everything will be on the ship still, no crew will be dead. They'll taunt it, and they're just really tanky, and they can sustain all the damage, and their crew just does the work while they tank it and do some damage, right? So, lots and lots of different builds. It would be really cool for you to share your build out on the seas. I've seen tons and tons of them, and every single one that I see, I tell myself, oh, I'm gonna echo into that one, and I haven't yet. Right now, the hot one on my head is the 120 poison, 120 taste ID build. It looks really fun. Haven't echoed it yet. Maybe one day I will. We'll see. Once again, tell me what your build for the seas are. Really interested to see some of them out there. A lot of them are kind of hidden and secretive and stuff like that. They're not like the overworld builds where everybody's like, ooh, look at my build, look at my build. Either way, guys, I really hope this video helped you out as far as naval combat goes. I hope that it got you from getting out onto the water to out in the sea. I hope that it gets it to where you are making tons and tons of money. Like I said, the seas, the ocean has been nerfed many times as far as loot goes, and it is still extremely lucrative, even in forms of aspect experience. Crazy stuff, guys. Hope to see you out there. Don't sink me if you see me. Also, don't forget the raffle. Here we go. Let's do this raffle. Okay guys, here we are for today's raffle. Brian Thompson actually won the last one, and we gave him a check for 56,000 gold. On this one, as you can see, these are the comments, the list of people who commented feedback, and will be put into our raffle that our subscribers is Trammy Surprise, Mr. Solver, C Money All Day, Skate Nomad, Franklin Romaneski, Emmanuel Daraba. Here we go. Let's pick one. And Skate Nomad, another longtime subscriber. Really like giving these ones out. Skate Nomad, let's see how much money you're going to get. A number between 1 and 100,000 gold. 22K. All right, Skate Nomad. You know the drill, my friend. Just message me on Discord. Here is my Discord handle. Message me and give me some kind of proof that you are Skate Nomad. We'll meet in shelter and I'll give you a check for 22,000 gold. Thank you so much, Skate Nomad. Appreciate your support.